How you doing? Jeffrey Eric Kadeen here, and got a title entry. I found enough entries to tell me that the title entry is very, very true. So the greater lamb and the lesser lamb, which is the greater lamb, which is the lamb at noon, and the lesser lamb, which is the lamb at evening. So the greater lamb, the lamb at noon being Jesus Christ, and the lesser lamb being the lamb at evening, Jeffrey Hadeen. So the title reads, The greater lamb and the lesser lamb, the lamb at noon and the lamb at evening, Jesus Christ and Jeffrey Hadeen. If you typed in my name, Jeffrey Eric Hadeen, it adds up to 906 in Gematria. If you look at the name Jesus Christ, it adds up to 906 in Gematria. If you look at the word or name the Holy Spirit, it adds up to 906 in Gematria. If you look at the word the Lord's Prayer, it adds up to 906 in Gematria. Okay, let's look at. I haven't really looked at the entry results. I saw a couple of them, then I started the video. The Revolutionary War was started by Freemasons, and Freemasons are under the 13 Illuminati families, which are Illuminati initiates usually. I think just about all of them are. Which is they use them like tools because that's why the reason why they put the noose around their neck is because all they did was draw them under the curse of God, and they hex them, put spells on them, hypnotize them, and program them, and they become robots for the 13 Illuminati families without much free will. No free will at all, actually. There wasn't any wiggle room, There isn't. Since he is no longer held by the physical law, he can play with the forces of nature. Yeah, like this. Watch this. Within a 500-mile radius, anyone raping or harming or about to or by the foreknowledge of God would do likewise rape or harm a believer or an innocent person. All their bones by the foreknowledge of God break in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Glory to Yeshua. And I hope your holy guardian angel is a what? Give me a break. I will never hang out with people who once made me feel unaccepted. Huh. Yes, it's accurate aside from the problem. Let's see. So you gotta cut through the nonsense to get the stuff that makes sense too. Now, did I read you this up here? Jesus turns water into wine and walks on it. Okay. What are the odds that long title adds up with the same alphanumerical value as that entry? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground, when Cain slew Abel. Let's see. The government is quietly giving way more housing aid to rich people than poor people. For some weird reason, I believe that. It's not a weird reason. People did not wake me up. God did. And I believe that is due to the fact that I am here for God, not for people. People trying to lie, trying to say that the Illuminati people trying to lie, saying that they're the ones that woke me up. They had nothing to do with it. All right, let's see. Which is why I made it through that. When I was being brought into the occult before God took me out of it, I didn't even know I was being brought into it, by the hands of angels. That's a whole nother video. Let me move on. That's how I know that the Ardiolis are one of the 13 Illuminati families and are responsible in concert with the CIA, which is made up of mostly Illuminati family members, for the atrocities of 9/11, calling it their sacrifice unto Lucifer, their Holocaust, their ritualistic sacrifice. There it be. Or what it was, rather. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, I think I'm just gonna. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit, in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me. It said Daniel was broken by the darkness. I don't know if that's a true entry or not, but it sounds true to me. Earthquakes in various places, that phrase stands out, does it not, especially here in America? My respect for Hillary has been reaffirmed time and time again by those who have known her for decades. Are you kidding me? She cannibalizes, no less, and eats children. And she's been holding a family hostage for what they believe, because they believe that Jesus Christ rose from the dead. She's a piece of shit. Let's see. Oh, bear with me here for a second. Everything inside is reflected on the outside, so do not say the outside does not matter. Now, first you deal with the inside, then you deal with the outside. Spiritually speaking, the Old Testament is outwardly. The washing of the hands, all these ordinances and all these traditions and stuff, and all this stuff that you can't even keep because you can't do it all the time. You break one, you broke them all. The New Testament goes right to the heart of the issue. It's a higher standard. So spiritually, if you're unclean spiritually, you're unclean physically. If you're clean spiritually, you're clean physically. See what I mean? And mankind is not spiritual. Anybody of mankind, anyone that's not interested in the things of God, or interested in truth, or coming on to the knowledge of the truth and not being brought on by the Father, they're going to look at all this stuff as like it's foolish. Mankind is not spiritual whatsoever. All they want to do is watch their TV, eat their food, go to their movies, and die and not exist. So it doesn't work that way. Everybody's going to go somewhere. But they don't want you to interrupt their darkened mind and hardened hearts. All right, let's see, because it's uncomfortable. All right. Then he said to them, then render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. So, all right, if you understand, I'm just going to, if you guys want to search this, you can search it yourselves. I just want to kind of go through this a little bit and kind of show you that there was enough geometric entry truth alphanumerically to support the title. The greater lamb and the lesser lamb, the lamb at noon and the lamb at evening, Jesus Christ and Jeffrey Dean. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.